Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. All right, let's take a look at the Wraith 60. Not to be confused with that other Wraith 60 that someone brought to my attention. This is a different Wraith 60. Oh, silver and red? Let's go. All right. This is a keyboard by Grit. It's going to be vendored by, I think, a few vendors, but the one that let us take a look today is Keycaps. So shout out Keycaps today. Okay, actually, before I go too much into this, I kind of feel like I should read you guys the IC page because I think this project's pretty cool. This is a keyboard that was inspired by the Tonto 60. It's a 7U HHKB. Right away, it is locked into, an HHKB. Might not be everyone's cup of tea. I actually really like HHKBs. I find I was really into Win Keyless. Now I'm really into HHKB just because it works better on the Mac OS. So I like it. It is gorgeous, though. It has some really fun accents and just design to it, which we'll take a look. And I really think the designer translated what they wanted so well on this keyboard. It is a 8.5 angle, so it's a little steeper than normal. Maybe not everyone's cup of tea, but I don't mind 8.5. It's a 16.8 front height with a EKH of 21.7. It's going to be PCB gasket mounted, so you can do plateless on solder, which is only for the solder PCB. I mean, you probably could do it on the hot swap, but why would you? It's a 1.6 mil, and I believe, maybe Frederick can correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't actually, I'm just seeing the actual checkout page literally right now, but it should come with 2 PCBs in the box. From what I understand, it comes with a hot swap and a solder PCB, which I appreciate, but I kind of have I have an opinion on that. It also comes with 2 plates, which is great too. You can build 2 boards with this technically. But here's the thing. I think I have a weird opinion on that, where it's by including 2 PCBs and 2 plates, you are increasing the price point. I guess it is what it is. I mean, you're going to have to accept the fact that you're kind of forced into buying 2 pieces here. But at the end of the day, you know what? From a larger standpoint, I don't mind having a spare PCB. As someone who can do both, I'm able to do a solder and a hot swap. But when I saw that originally on the IC, I was really hoping that didn't get translated into the final group buy type thing. Maybe it is a bit wasteful, but I digress. At least you get 2 plates with it. It's also going to be manufactured by Datsun, which is cool. But let's take a look at the board here. Look at this. What I really like about this are these accents where the blockers are. I think it looks great, dude. It also comes in a box and the hard shell case, which is nice. And then there's LEDs that sit across there too. I love what they did with this. Love, love, love that we get to see some visual flair on the front of the keyboard. On the top, rather. And then we have a really fun side profile on this as well. It's aggressive looking, which I really appreciate. The whole keyboard's very aggressive looking, but it keeps it tasteful in a lot of ways. Which I really appreciate. There's just a lot to take in visually with this board. And then again, that little red stripe, or whatever color you end up going with, just goes all around. And then you have this gorgeous, almost feels like very race car-esque bottom. Really like this. This was done very well. I think maybe the only thing visually I would have liked to see, in my brain, was this to be a separate piece. I know, there's been some really great 60s lately, too. We've been blessed with 60s. 60s this year have just been insane. It's a hidden screw design. I do kind of wish these were more of an angled screw, but it's okay. And then we have our daughter board being hidden underneath here. We'll see how easy it is to access everything. Black and red. This looks sick, by the way. Black and silver. I think this is very neutral and very low key. I like that. The gray's really cool too. Red and silver, which is kind of like what we have, just more on the red predominant side here. The blue, I don't like blue, but that's a personal preference. Silver and red, I think this is super clean looking. Silver and gray, also super clean looking. Silver and blue, I don't mind this version of the blue. And then we have lilac. How does this look? Yeah, that's not too bad. Actually, it does look pretty handsome. I like that. That looks cool. That does look pretty sweet. Fuck, actually all of these look good. Minus the blue. All of these look super good, dude. Yeah, that looks great. I don't know. I love this. I think this looks fantastic. This is a good looking project, man. This is super good looking. Let's keep looking through some of these. If you rebuild hidden screw designs a lot, you have to be really careful. Yes, I mean, that is one of the caveats of having hidden screw designs, in case you guys are wondering. Hidden screws, you do need to be careful. I recommend using like a longer bit, but you have the potential to scratch something. I feel like I've grown a little bit on this opinion after, you know, getting to design and help design my own board, which is, I used to be vehemently like against these things. I used to be like, bro, I hate it, just put screws in the back. I understand now, like I have a better understanding of how things get constructed and why sometimes this is kind of a necessary evil to have the hidden screw designs. I think there are better ways to go about it, and I think a lot of boards have been doing it the better way. Like there used to be a lot of problems, like even more so than nowadays, but I don't mind it. It's fine.
Wraith 60 nice e.
Nice e. Thank you, Telly. It does look like a race car, though. I think Ked in chat said that as well. I want to put the feet in. Let's see what else we got here. I have no clue what this is for. Let's take a look at everything else in the bag here. So we have a daughter board with a ribbon cable. I actually think the ribbon cable is a good choice here. We have some extra screws, it looks like. We have different gaskets, which I don't know which ones are which here. We have our hot swap PCB, which I don't know if, did I get all the PCBs with this too? I did. Guessing this is force brake. This is one of those particular, again, such a small complaint, but this is one of those like particular situations where I think like labeling all the bags really helps. God damn. Not that you're going to be able to see this after you solder it in, but damn, why does this get the cool design? Forced split backspace. Interesting. I am surprised by that. Why would you not include a full backspace, at least on the solder? I'm actually not terribly upset about that, but it would have been a good choice. But HHKB is also kind of like, it's tough to sell for some people. But you know what? That's fine. Full backspace on HHKB is a crime. Listen here, guys. Listen here. I like full backspace on some of my HHKBs. Very pretty mask on this, though. This is so cool. Getting back into my cherry clipping phase. Do I ever sell my boards? Not really. There's been a rare occasion where if a board just literally does not run, and I'm gonna, again, this is me being super transparent, super honest. There have been like 4 boards in the last 5 years of me streaming where I've maybe been like, this particular person really collects these things. I happen to have it. I'm not using it. Pay for shipping. You can have it type thing. Okay, are you guys in agreement we should use the aluminum plate for this? We're in agreement, right? Is this a good match? Hell yeah, this is gonna be sweet. What's up, Alex? I haven't been in tune with keyboards, but I used to watch you all the time. I'm glad to see you hit 100K. Thank you, Skillshare. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'm still kind of in shock, to be honest. I don't know what to think about it. It's like still, it's in the back of my head all day today, but like I think ultimately I'm not only happy that we hit that, like I'm proud of myself in a lot of ways, but I'm also I'm grateful in another aspect that we still have a community that honestly feels even better after all this time. You know what I mean? Like we have an area that we can all chill and talk about keyboards without the need to feel bad about, you know, anything, and like I don't know how to word this properly. It just feels good. Like it feels good that after all this time we still have that, you know? That's what I'm really proud and happy about. So, thoughts? Let's see. The LEDs on this are kind of they're kind of like a nice touch. They have some taste to these. I like the LEDs. I'm sold on this. This visually, the way this turned out, absolutely crazy. I love the way this thing looks. Decent side bezels. Like this looks really good. The back rounding is nice. Yeah, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Yep, loads up in vial. Oh, that's awesome. What a great feeling that is. I feel like I haven't had a keyboard load up natively in a while. So it's on rainbow swirl right now, so let's just turn this to solid, and we can turn it to red. And actually, it wasn't even on full brightness, guys. Now it's on full brightness. Ooh! This is nice, man. Let's see how this sounds, because now it's going to come down to how does it sound and feel and stuff. So we're using the light gaskets, the soft gaskets. We're using a hot swap PCB with Keygeek explosion switches, cherry stabilizers. Let's see what it sounds like though. So there's a bit of resonance underneath the alphas, but I kind of like it. The spacebar's picture perfect though. It is absolutely like, this is the spacebar I typically like on keyboards. This is kind of hitting. I do want to see it with a little bit of that foam underneath. All right, let's open this thing up one more time here. All right, this is that sheet it came with, which we can stick on the bottom, and maybe this will help with the metallic-y notes. This is very thin, by the way, so. But let's see. Does this sound a bit different, guys? Oh yeah, that's actually drastically different. This is still so nice. You know, I might prefer it with this. It doesn't sound foamy at all. It just kind of toned down the metallic-y noise. I just put a small sheet of like film or whatever it is, foam at the bottom. This is nice. It's very nice. I really like this. They killed, like, Grit killed it with this. The fact that this is going to be like basically in stock is insane. $400. You know, truthfully, if I can be honest with you guys, if this even didn't come with the 2 PCBs and 2 plates, I still think this is a $400 board. If you guys want to know, stainless is actually tougher to machine. It has a slightly higher failure rate. So this is a bit of a more expensive piece when you're doing a big stainless slab like this. And this is no slouch either, so. Very nice. Very comfortable too. You know, okay, maybe the soft gaskets don't really feel that soft, though. I'd be hard pressed to say that this is a soft gasket. Interesting, though. Very interesting. Cool, though. Very, very cool. Very happy with the way this turned out, man. This turned out absolutely insane. All right. Later, guys. Love you and have a good one. Bye, everyone. Love you.